Hello everybody, this is Bitcoin Macro, and on this video guys I'm going to talk about Polygon, which was previously known as Matic Network. So sometimes you probably will hear me say it Matic because I'm just so used to calling it that way, because that's how it was called for most of its life, and at the same time Matic is still the ticker, so if I just call it that way, please don't be confused. Now, Matic is a layer 2 solution, or it's just a little sidechain actually. So it's not exactly proper decentralized layer 2 solution. It's more like a federated proof of stake kind of with validator solution. So it's just like using Plasma, and that's how it just works. And it's the most adopted layer 1, layer 2 solution. It's essentially a bridge between Ethereum and other so-called Ethereum compatible blockchains, the ones that they use similar technology with Ethereum. So again, all those can be relatively easily connected between each other with sidechains like Matic. Again, like you will hear people call them with different names, but I'm just used to calling them sidechains. It's not like I think sidechains are bad. They have some extra security guarantees in terms of, the security, in my opinion, is better than some of the more experimental solutions, maybe some that are more decentralized, so they require a lot less trust. But then these ones are a lot harder to get them working properly. So in my opinion, Matic is one of the best solutions right now. In my opinion, sidechains are great. I like Liquid for Bitcoin as well, although it's not really adopted at the moment, but in my opinion it could get a lot of adoption at some point in the future. So of course Matic could capture a really big portion of the funds in Ethereum. A lot of that value might get locked on Matic. We've seen a lot of projects move on Matic. Some of the more recent ones were Aave and Curve, some of the larger ones, because again, most projects will not be able to use the layer 1 protocol forever, because more and more people will be using it. At least for now, it's not that scalable. Even if it is scalable at some point in the future, it will be used so much that fees will go up, and they will go up a lot. So people will have to start using layer 2 solutions so that they don't get priced out from using Ethereum or layer 2 on Ethereum. So the current state of the scaling solutions, there are several scaling solutions actually, and on here I do see Binance Chain essentially, and Avalanche and some others be considered as Ethereum layer 1 bridges like Binance Chain, Polygon POS, because there are two different solutions for Polygon for Matic, because it's Polygon Plasma and Polygon POS, and one of them has about 500 million locked in it, and the other one has about 3.6 billion on it. And the truth is, I don't know how exactly that total value is calculated, because on here on CoinMarketCap we see that it's 5.8 billion, but again it might not count the double counting. So for example, maybe some assets that were lent on one platform and then they were used on another one, these would be counted as 2 times lending and so on. So it probably is avoiding that double counting. That's what the block is doing with the data, which is a very nice website. I definitely urge everyone to go and check it out. You can see all about the layer 1 solutions and layer 2 solutions right here. And of course you can read more about Polygon on the website. So right now all I can say is the market cap is about 5.3 billion, which in my opinion is fairly low for something like Matic, because if Ethereum is at about 500 billion, why couldn't Matic be at potentially 10, 20 or even 100 billion, especially as Ethereum grows? Because guys, we need to remember that Ethereum will potentially grow even more from here, and that would have implications for its layer 2 solutions as well. Maybe people start using more than one layer 2 solutions, but for now I do believe it's probably more likely that they will start using one, because then if they start using too many, things will get a little bit chaotic. It will be hard to connect different layer 2 solutions together, because they are all pretty young and they are all pretty different. So again, I would just say for now, one layer 1 solution is great, But of course, I wouldn't be surprised if some other layer 2 solutions like OMG, like OMSAGO, that one also rebranded, Scale, XDAI, Hermes Network, and others, they might do pretty well too. But for now, all I can say is this one looks great. OMG actually does look pretty good as well, and it's actually a lot cheaper. It might also be newbie friendly because that's a good name. But overall, I do like Matic for the following reasons. So first of all, this looks like a massive accumulation range that just broke a few months ago. Then after it broke, we had that nice consolidation. So we had almost a triple top. Then after the breakout, we had several retests in this area. Then that was nice consolidation. I've talked about the one on Binance. It looks very, very similar, where actually we had a nice base. Then that one broke. Then the previous all-time highs were retested. The market price was chopping right above those highs, retested those highs, and then boom, went higher. And right now it just had a little correction after a big rally up, then consolidated a bit, had the first attempt to break out. That one failed. That's usually a trap to trap the longs. Throwback back to support. That was the nice key breakout level, which I really like, excuse me. And usually when I see something like it, for example a big pop, then retest of the breakout, at least on the short time frames, like let's look at the 4 hour, and then that looks very strong, because the more attempts to this level right here to 1700 satoshis, the more likely it is to break. Now I had this example in case, let's say, we have a dip, because I don't believe that if we have a strong market correction for whatever reason, this will be the top. So in my opinion, Matic will probably run from here anyways, but if it happens to pull back, these are the levels that I would be expecting to hold. Maybe even I should say it could come all the way back here, but I would be very surprised if it does. Again guys, when you have such a big base, usually when that breaks higher, it tends to go much higher, because Matic initially, it launched when Bitcoin was a lot cheaper. Then it had that big rally all the way up there. Then it had a big correction, then had another very big attempt after having a very special little accumulation in here, nice sideways movement and a higher. Then it got slammed very badly, because what happened was a cascading a margin call, plus at that time what was going on was the team moved a large amount onto Binance or another exchange or other exchanges as well. And when people saw that and they sold a really big amount on the market, that caused a really big drop, and Matic didn't really recover and didn't do anything during the DeFi season. But back then the fees weren't really that high. Matic was a lot younger too. It wasn't really adopted to the extent that it's now, and of course it doesn't get the attention that it was getting back then. So although it is much larger in price right now, I do believe it could grow more, because that growth is going to be organic, because people will need layer 2 solutions. And of course, maybe because initially it was very cheap, it was a low Satoshi coin, maybe that gave it a little extra boost. But in my opinion, it all comes down to big backers, lots of exchange listings, Binance US, it was one of the Binance IEOs, Bittrex as well, Coinbase Pro recently, that gave it a big boost, Gate, so on. Huobi also listed it quite some time ago before the big pump, and that definitely played a role. Poloniex too. So as you can see, there are so many listings, so many big exchanges. I do believe Coinbase was backing Matic as well. So of course this has been a very bullish situation for Matic, and in my opinion this could continue growing and could be one of the first really big projects that actually go and make 100x returns. So for now it looks very strong, and I do believe it will continue. Maybe it does have a little pullback, maybe it does chop a little bit in this area, but overall I quite like this price action. So once again guys, thanks a lot for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Please let me know what you like, what you don't like, any positive or negative reviews. Share the video. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Telegram, you can follow me on TradingView as well. And once again, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.